Here with Isaiah Martinez after a match at Rutgers. Isaiah, you had a good tech fall out there, some beautiful technique. Can you tell me a little bit about what your mindset is coming into a match? What are your training words, or what's the last thing you think about when you step on the mat?
I think, when I'm out there getting warm and slapping my body down, I try to just fill myself with confidence and just remind myself of the work that I put in. And it's just strategies that I do to beat that anxiety of stepping out there.
So you do get nervous?
I think everyone.
Some people might not think you get nervous. You look calm.
It's because I've been through the ringer a lot. So this is probably my 80 something match in college.
Yeah.
And, I've gotten my ritual down. So
has your ritual changed at all?
No, it's stayed the same since I was 19 years old. And
okay.
And that's actually what has helped me just be prepared for every single match. Is doing the pre-match stuff the right way and cooling down after. And it's just a ritual. That's the best way I can put it.
No, it takes the thought out. It takes the anxiety out of it, like you're talking about it, and just lets you focus on what you're doing. What's the last thing you think about when you go out? Put your hand, on the guy's hand, shake hands, step on the line. Do you have any words like aggressive or attacks, or what do you think? Or do you not think?
As silly as it sounds, I'm thinking a lot of the words that come to my mind are like, get on him, stay in his face, beat on him, like just kill him, like that. It's a combat sport, and
it is.
And a lot of people forget that it's a lot more controlled than something like boxing or mixed martial arts. But at the end of the day, we're in a combat sport.
No, it's a physical match.
And this is the only sport that's scholastically sponsored that's a combat sport. That's what makes it so different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like I'm trying to antagonize. It's a fight essentially.
What do you train? Do you train with those same words, or do you have different words for training in the match?
I think the way you wrestle in practice, will reflect how you can compete in live competition. So if I'm at practice and maybe I'm having a bad week and I'm not going after the takedowns, even though I'm winning by like 8 points, and I'm like, hey, I can take a break this time. It will reflect. When it comes to competition time. So, you got to be able to wrestle that way in practice before you can ever do that in competition.
Totally.
That's the big secret. Like, people think you can turn it on just because it's competition. It's not. You got to wrestle like that in practice so it can reflect that in competition.
When did you adopt that mentality?
Oh man, I've always been kind of a hard-nosed kid, just more talented, more raw, I think. But
Can you say it was a pleasure to see you guys?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You know that already, but don't put this on anything. I work for Rutgers.
I really appreciate that.
I apologize.
Yeah, I think.
So were you that hard nosed in high school, or just less polished? With
No,
your technique?
I was never really around high level wrestling in California. There's not really many college programs, and I'm from the Central Valley area in California where we didn't have wrestling programs. Fresno State just came back, and so this is the first time I've ever been around high level wrestling. It's my first 3 years in real high level competitive room, and going from being the man to trying to be the man at a higher level, there's a lot of stress that goes into that, and you got to adjust for practices. So that was a big thing with me is jumping those levels. I believed and I thought that I should, be able to beat these guys just as bad as I did in high school. But when I first came in, I didn't understand the amount of effort that it took. It's so much more effort. Everyone's good.
Exactly.
But
not everybody makes that mental change.
Tendencies don't go away.
Yeah.
Tendencies stay the same. They unless you really, really make an effort to change yourself, those tendencies will always be exposed. So if a guy that was good in high school, if he has tendencies, then they'll come back if you put enough pressure on him and put enough anxiety into his body by just staying in his face and stuff. So, it's just a lot more effort now.
Would you give yourself advice as a high school person, or if you could?
Man. I'd give myself a lot of advice. I mean, coming from California to the Midwest and being at a Big Ten school, going from a community where Hispanics were the majority, and then moving into the Midwest. There's a lot of adjustments, and then just moving to a place that where there is high level wrestling. I think I would tell myself to have fun, but understand that the place that I want to get to, it's going to be lonely. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of work, and to not worry about what other people think and embrace the work and just learn to love it, because at the end of the day, when you look back, you're going to have something that possibly could be considered one of the greatest of all time. And that's what drives me is being a wrestler, and I want to leave my mark on this sport and just keep my name. Obviously the goal is to win 4 national titles, and there've only been 4 ever to do that. But that's what drives me is to just brand my name into this sport, because I've given my life to this, and to shoot for anything less would be a disappointment.
Just curiosity, so you mentioned the 4 national titles. Was that part of one of the reasons going up in weight, or you just had to go up in weight no matter what?
I had to go up in weight. I was hurting last year.
You were.
I think I looked good physically, but I just wasn't able to put the same kind of output, the same amount of shots, just because I have no idea. You think I'm a Mexican male, so we stopped growing, pretty young. We don't. Usually my family didn't grow after 18, so I'm like thinking, like, this is gonna be my permanent weight. I look good. I feel good here. And then 1 year goes by, and now it's a lot harder to make, and I'm thinking, man, this is a struggle. So. Thank God my coaches let me go up a weight class where I feel great. I can get off as many attacks as I want, and I can wrestle hard and the entire time, and I feel great, just like I did when I first made 57. Now that's how I feel now, so I feel great.
I got so many questions. I'm going to go to 2. Do you wrestle Coach Perry?
Yes, sometimes.
Can you take him down?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you get back points?
Yeah, now I can.
You get, all right, just checking.
He's getting old a little bit.
Yeah.
He had a lot of injuries in college.
Totally.
So he's a little sporadic sometimes. But
Do you go after those injuries?
No, I try not to.
Kidding.
I try not to jab him in the neck, because
Okay.
he's got some neck injuries, knee injuries.
Yeah.
But when it's funny sometimes when he's ready to go, he's warming up like he's getting ready to win a national title. It's
Really?
funny. We would do simulation days, and he would go with me on the last match. Of course I'd have 5 matches before, and then he would go with me at the end.
Right.
And he'd be ready to scrap. But yeah, we go every now and then.
Okay. Last one, I'll wrap it up. Do you love the sport? And if yes, what do you love about it?
Man, I love the challenge. I love, when I tell myself I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna put up these points, and I'm gonna score, and I'm gonna dominate. It doesn't just happen because you say it happens. It happens because you put the effort, and you go out there, and you're hard-nosed, and you believe in yourself. And there's so much that goes into this, but this is the most challenging sport I believe in the entire world.
No doubt.
And it just psychologically, physically, and I wouldn't change a thing about it, because it's made me the person that I am today, and I love the challenges every single day. Every single year it's a new thing. Every month, every single duel. It's just, I can never get enough of the sport, and I've dedicated my life to it, and I love it so much.
Hey, thanks for the time. Good luck this season.
Yep.